What if nothing needs time? Because time was never the gatekeeper in the first place. What if the moment you decide reality has no choice but to agree? Tonight, you are here for one reason: to remember a law that has been obeying you all along, even when you didn't realize you were giving it commands. And the law is simple, absolute, and immediate. Assumption is not a wish. Assumption is a decree. The instant you assume something is true, you step into the version of you for whom it is already true. And life rearranges itself to match. You've been taught to respect delay, to honor process, to accept not yet as if it's wisdom. But consider this: what if not yet has never been a fact, only an agreement you unknowingly signed? An agreement that said, I must wait. An agreement that said, it takes time. An agreement that said, I am not the one reality answers immediately. And what if we tear up that agreement right now? Because miracles are not slow. Miracles are not distant. Miracles are not earned by suffering. Miracles are the natural consequence of a new assumption taking root so deeply that the world cannot contradict it for long. You are not trying to convince the universe. You are selecting a state, like choosing a station on a radio, and the music must change to match the frequency you're tuned to. So ask yourself softly but honestly, what if reality obeys immediately, not eventually, not after you've proven you deserve it? Immediately, because the outer world was never the leader, it was always the follower. You may feel the part of you that argues, the part that points to evidence, to history, to reasons. Let it speak if it wants. It doesn't matter, because the law doesn't require your past to approve. It only requires your present assumption to become dominant. And tonight we make a clean, quiet decision. We assume the new truth first. We let the world catch up second. If you want to journey with me like this each night, you can subscribe for nightly sessions and leave a simple intention in the comments: I am ready to rewire. Not as a hope, as a statement of identity. Because the moment you say you are ready, you are. Now, let this idea settle with the weight of certainty. Nothing needs time. Only a change of state. Only a new inner conclusion. And when that conclusion is accepted, reality must follow. It must follow. It must follow. You are not here to beg life. You are here to command it, quietly, inwardly, with the calm authority of someone who finally remembers who they are. We're going to make this simple because the law is simple. We've been trained to believe that effort is the engine, that struggle is the proof, that time is the price tag. But the deeper mechanics of life do not run on strain. They run on state. And a state is not what we want. A state is what we assume is true right now about who we are, what is possible, and what is already ours. This is the core. The subconscious is not a preference maker. It is a lawmaker. It doesn't debate with you. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't measure whether your desire is reasonable. It accepts the dominant inner conclusion and turns it into the blueprint reality must express. If the conscious mind is the architect sketching possibilities, the subconscious is the construction crew that builds whatever blueprint gets approved, and the stamp of approval is assumption. So when you assume something quietly, repeatedly, naturally, you are not daydreaming. You are issuing instructions to the part of you that governs pattern behavior, perception, and outcome. And because the outer world is the mirror of inner pattern, the world must reorganize itself around the new command. It must follow, not because you force it, but because it cannot do otherwise. Here's where most people lose themselves. They treat assumption like a fragile thought, like a temporary mood, like a pretend game. But assumption is a state of being, and being is always creating. Every moment you live from, I am chosen, or I am overlooked, I am supported, or I am alone. It works out for me, or nothing ever works. You are feeding a law. And the law does not pause to ask if you meant it. It must follow. So what overrides effort assumption? What overrides time assumption? What overrides the old story assumption? Because the subconscious does not respond to what we want. It responds to what we accept as already real. It responds to the inner atmosphere we live in, not the outer circumstances we stare at. That is why two people can face the same conditions and experience two entirely different outcomes. One is not luckier. One is simply living from a different inner premise. We are always living from a premise, and a premise is powerful because it precedes evidence. It comes first. It is the seed, and the outer world is the fruit. If we keep examining fruit and begging it to change, nothing changes. But if we change the seed, the fruit has no choice. It must follow. Think of it like this: the outer world is slow to argue with a settled inner truth. It can appear stubborn for a moment, like an echo in a canyon. You speak once, and the old sound continues. But the canyon is not rejecting you. It is just carrying what was spoken earlier. When we speak a new inner truth, a new echo is already forming. Our job is not to wrestle the old echo. Our job is to keep speaking from the new premise until it becomes the dominant sound. And the dominant sound is what the subconscious accepts as law. That's why willpower is unreliable. Willpower is a conscious effort to fight the state. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater with your arms shaking. Eventually you slip, and the ball bursts up again, because the state underneath never changed. But assumption is different. Assumption is the water itself. You don't strain the water to behave. You become the new depth, the new current, the new temperature. Then the surface changes without effort. We don't manifest by pushing reality around. We manifest by moving into the version of us for whom the reality is already true. And the subconscious makes that version feel normal. It makes it feel like, of course. It makes it feel like the obvious next thing. It changes what we notice, what we expect, what we tolerate, what we choose, how we interpret. And because life responds to interpretation and expectation, life reshapes. It must follow. Now notice the radical relief in this. If assumption is the engine we don't need, struggle is proof anymore. We don't need to be exhausted to feel worthy. We don't need to earn what is already available. We don't need to fix ourselves as if we are broken. We need to select. We need to occupy. We need to accept. And acceptance is not forcing yourself to believe something with tension in your chest. Acceptance is letting the new idea land so gently that it feels like remembering. It is a decision that sinks below argument. It's when the inner voice stops asking, "But how?" and starts speaking as if it's done, because the subconscious doesn't build how, it builds what is. We set the what is by living from the end, not as fantasy, but as identity, as the inner atmosphere we carry, as the silent conclusion behind our eyes. And once that conclusion is planted, it must follow. We need to understand something that changes everything. The subconscious does not question. It does not argue. It does not evaluate your new assumption the way your waking mind tries to. It does not sit you down and say, let's debate whether that's realistic. It accepts impressions. It accepts repetition. It accepts emotional certainty. It accepts what you consistently return to as true. And that is why imagination is not just imagination. To the subconscious, imagination is an event, not a metaphor, not a placeholder, an event. If that sounds too bold, we can prove it with the simplest evidence: your own life. You've already lived under this law for years. You just didn't call it a law. You called it my personality, my luck, my anxiety, my pattern, how relationships go for me, what money is like for me, how people treat me. But all of those are assumptions with costumes on. The subconscious doesn't need reality to be present to respond as if it is. It only needs a vivid inner impression. That's why you can remember something and feel the emotion in your body as if it's happening now. That's why you can imagine an upcoming conversation and your stomach tightens, your heart shifts, your mind rehearses defense. Nothing outside has changed, yet your inner world reacts with full sincerity. The subconscious responds to the picture, not the calendar. It does not question. Think about a dream. In a dream, you can be in a place you've never been, talking to someone who isn't there, experiencing fear or joy with complete realism. While dreaming, you rarely stop to analyze it. You don't say, "This is impossible." You accept it. You live inside it. Your body responds. Your emotions surge. And when you wake, you might still feel the residue: relief, grief, excitement, because the subconscious experienced something and it stored an impression. That right there is the evidence your inner scene has authority. And now, bring it closer to the waking world. Have you ever had a single sentence land inside you and change your mood for an entire day? One comment, one message, one look you interpreted. Your outer world didn't change dramatically in that instant. Your meaning did. Your assumption did. And the body followed. The attitude followed. The choices followed. The entire reality you experienced that day shifted because your inner conclusion shifted. It must follow. We're not talking about magic tricks. We're talking about the mechanics of perception and identity. The subconscious governs what feels true, what feels possible, what feels safe, what feels familiar. It is the keeper of your normal. And your normal becomes your life. This is why people can repeat the same year 10 times. Not because life is punishing them, but because the subconscious keeps selecting the same internal script, same emotional posture, same expectations, same reflexes, same interpretations, same outcomes. If the inner movie doesn't change, the outer screen keeps showing the same film. The subconscious does not question the film. It projects it. And notice how this plays out in habits. A habit is a repeated inner decision that became automatic. At first, you thought about it. Then you repeated it. Then it became just what you do. You didn't need effort anymore because the subconscious took over. It became law in you. That's the point. Repetition plus acceptance becomes automatic reality. And the same mechanism that builds habits builds outcomes. If you repeatedly return to the state of "I'm not chosen," you will perceive rejection where there is ambiguity. You will miss invitations you don't expect. You will interpret neutral silence as dismissal. You will brace, you will shrink. You will over-explain. You will chase, you will sabotage your own value, often without noticing, and the world will reflect that posture back to you. Not because the world is cruel, but because it is responding to the state you consistently occupy. It must follow. Now flip it. If you repeatedly return to "I am chosen," you will carry yourself differently. You will speak differently. You will allow more. You will expect warmth. You will notice opportunities. You will interpret delays as rearrangements, not as rejections. You will be steady. You will be magnetic without begging. And the world will reflect that steadiness because people, circumstances, timing, and chance all reorganize around the identity you embody. It must follow. This is also why placebo works. A person takes something inert, yet the body responds as if healing is underway because the subconscious accepted the suggestion as true. The body obeyed the belief. It didn't ask, "Is this chemically valid?" It followed the inner conclusion. It does not question or consider performance. Two people with similar talent, but one assumes they're capable and the other assumes they're doomed. The capable one tries, adjusts, persists. The doomed one hesitates, overthinks, collapses early. The assumption isn't a mood, it's a command. And the subconscious executes the command through behavior attention and emotional regulation until the outer result matches the inner premise. It must follow. Even memory shows this law. Memories are not stored like perfect recordings. They are reconstructed, re-experienced through the lens of who you believe you are now. That means your identity can edit your past in the way it feels inside you. And if identity can recolor the past, it can certainly script the future. The subconscious does not require factual proof first. It produces proof after. So when we say imagination equals reality, to the subconscious, we are saying something precise. The subconscious uses inner experience as data. It uses inner scenes, inner dialogues, inner emotional climates as evidence of what is true. And then it organizes your outer world to match the data it's been given. It must follow. That's why nighttime is so powerful. Not because of superstition, because the conscious guard relaxes. The part of you that argues gets quieter. The part of you that labels everything impossible loosens its grip. And the subconscious becomes even more receptive to impressions. It doesn't question them. It absorbs them. It integrates them. It treats them as instructions. This is why the stories you tell yourself before sleep matter. The inner conversations you repeat. The scene you replay. The meaning you attach to today. Because your subconscious doesn't stop working when your eyes close. It keeps building the world you live in by building the identity you live from. And the identity you live from is the source. So we're not here to fight your mind. We're here to feed it a new certainty so consistently that it becomes your normal. We're here to give your subconscious a new set of instructions, calm, clear, unquestioned, until your entire inner world starts to feel like the fulfilled version of you. And once it feels normal, it must follow. You do not get what you want. You get what you are. And the moment you truly hear that, something in you stops begging, something in you stops chasing, something in you finally understands why trying has felt like running on a treadmill, sweating, pushing, hoping the world will reward the effort, while the inner identity remains unchanged. Because circumstances don't create identity. Identity creates circumstances, not as a slogan, as a mechanism, as a law. If you are living as the version of you who is still becoming, still, almost, still not yet, then every desire gets filtered through that identity. Even your prayers become proofs of absence. Even your goals become reminders of distance. And then you wonder why life keeps echoing back the same message. Not yet, but you can feel it, can't you? There's a different energy when you shift from wanting to being. Wanting is a posture of reaching. Being is a posture of owning. Wanting says, I need this to happen so I can finally feel whole. Being says, I am whole, and life reflects that wholeness. Wanting says, if they choose me, I will be valuable. Being says, I am valuable and I am chosen. Wanting says, when I have it, I'll relax. Being says, I relax now because it's mine. This is the real pivot. You move from I will be to I am. And when I am becomes your dominant inner statement, your world has no choice but to arrange itself accordingly. It must follow. Let's make this intimate. Think of the way you speak to yourself when you're alone. Not the polished words you show other people. The private voice, the inner monologue, the hidden commentary that runs under everything. That voice is not harmless. That voice is an identity generator. If that voice keeps saying, I'm behind you, live behind. If it keeps saying, I'm not enough, you experience life as a constant audition. If it keeps saying, nothing changes for me, your days start to look like evidence for that claim. Not because you're cursed, but because the subconscious organizes experience to match what you quietly insist is true. Now imagine that inner voice changing not through force, but through a new decision. A decision so calm that it doesn't feel like fighting. It feels like finally telling the truth. What if tonight you stop describing yourself as the one who is waiting and start experiencing yourself as the one who is already living it? Because identity is not a label. It's a residence. It's where you live inside yourself. You can live in the house of almost, or you can live in the house of done. You can live in the room of trying, or you can live in the room of being. And here's the part that shocks the mind at first, but then feels like relief. You don't need permission to move in. You don't need proof to inhabit a state. You only need willingness. You only need the quiet audacity to accept yourself as the version of you who already has what you once begged for. This is where most people hesitate. They think, but isn't that pretending? No, pretending is fragile. Pretending is tense. Pretending checks the mirror every 5 seconds to see if the costume is working. Being is different. Being is settled. Being doesn't argue with appearances. Being doesn't get triggered by a delay. Being doesn't interpret silence as failure. Being holds a new inner fact so steadily that the old world becomes irrelevant noise. And when you hold a new inner fact steadily, you stop sending mixed instructions to life, because you cannot live as fulfilled while thinking as deprived. You cannot wear the state of chosen while rehearsing rejected. You cannot become the one who receives while secretly identifying as the one who lacks. Life mirrors what you are, not what you request. It must follow. Now listen carefully, because this is where the transformation becomes practical. Without effort, identity changes what you naturally do, not what you force yourself to do. The identity of I am loved doesn't need to chase love. It naturally behaves in ways that allow love. It naturally expects warmth. It naturally holds standards. It naturally speaks with openness instead of fear. It naturally relaxes into connection. And those natural behaviors create natural outcomes. The identity of I am wealthy doesn't panic at every expense. It doesn't clutch money like oxygen. It naturally makes decisions from sufficiency. It naturally notices value. It naturally treats opportunities as normal. It naturally thinks in expansion. And because it's natural, it's consistent, the identity of I am successful doesn't require constant motivation. It lives with an inner certainty that makes action feel like expression, not punishment. It follows inspiration instead of desperation. Do you see the genius of this? When you become the state, the world you want becomes the side effect. And tonight, we are not here to renovate the world first. We are here to shift the occupant inside you, because the you that's been trying is not the same you who already has it. The trying you is tense, scanning, checking, measuring, comparing. The having you is calm, steady, certain, even when nothing outside has caught up yet. The trying you says, "Where is it?" The having you says, "It's mine." And the having you is not a fantasy character. It's a real state of consciousness available now. So let your inner posture change. Let your self-definition soften and then reset. Not with strain, just with a quiet decision that lands like a final verdict. I am the one who receives. I am the one who is chosen. I am the one who is already living the answered life. And notice what happens when you say it as identity, not as a request. Something unclenches. Something settles. Because your subconscious recognizes authority. It recognizes finality. It recognizes when you are no longer negotiating with your own destiny. You do not get what you want. You get what you are, so be it now. Be it privately first. Be it inwardly first. Be it with such calm conviction that you don't need to convince anyone. And then, let life do what it always does with a dominant assumption. It must follow. Waiting feels innocent, but it carries a hidden assumption. Waiting says, "It is not here yet." Waiting says, "Something must happen before I can relax." Waiting says, "My life is paused until conditions change," and the subconscious listens. It doesn't hear your words as philosophy. It hears them as instruction. It hears waiting as lack, as distance, as postponement. And so it continues to organize experience around postponement. Around almost. Around soon. That's why the hardest thing for the mind and the most liberating thing for the soul is to stop waiting without seeing proof first. Because waiting is not neutral. Waiting is a state, and every state reproduces itself. You don't need to fight waiting. You don't need to shame it or suppress it. You simply need to see it clearly. The moment you see that waiting is an identity, not a necessity, it loosens its grip. You realize you've been standing in a doorway you could have stepped through at any time. Fulfillment does not come after certainty. Fulfillment is certainty, and certainty is quiet. It doesn't rush. It doesn't scan the horizon. It doesn't keep asking, "Is it working?" It rests in the assumption that it is already done, even if the outer world is still rearranging its furniture. This is where effort dissolves. Effort is born from doubt. Effort says, "If I don't push, nothing will happen." But when you assume fulfillment, effort becomes unnecessary. Action may still occur, but it comes from clarity, not urgency. From inspiration, not pressure. And notice something gentle and important. When you stop waiting, you don't become careless. You become grounded. You don't detach from life. You engage with it more fully because you are no longer using the present moment as a bargaining chip for the future. You are here now, and now is enough. The mind may wander back to old habits. It may reach for timelines, comparisons, memories, questions. That's normal. That's not failure. That's just momentum from an old state. You don't need to wrestle it back into silence. You simply return again and again to the settled feeling of it is done. Each return weakens the old assumption. Each return strengthens the new one. You are allowed to rest without proof. You are allowed to feel satisfied before evidence arrives. You are allowed to let go of the vigilance that says, I must monitor this. Because monitoring is another form of waiting. And the moment you release it, something surprising happens. The body relaxes, the inner dialogue softens, and the sense of pressure lifts. Not because you gave up, but because you stopped standing in the wrong state. This is surrender without defeat, release without loss, calm without resignation. You are not letting go of your desire. You are letting go of the identity that needed to wait for it. There is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing you need to fix. Nothing you need to figure out. The law is already in motion. Your only role is to remain aligned with the version of you who is no longer waiting for permission to be fulfilled. And as you settle into that alignment, the urgency fades. The doubt quiets. The inner space opens, because the moment you stop waiting, life catches up. From this moment forward, something is different, not because the outer world has already changed, but because the inner authority has returned to you. And when the inner authority returns, the outer world becomes the echo again, what it always was. From this moment forward, you no longer measure your reality by what is visible. You measure it by what is decided. From this moment forward, you are no longer practicing hope. You are practicing identity. You have crossed a threshold that most people stand in front of their whole lives, hesitating, negotiating, waiting for a sign. But you are not waiting for a sign anymore. You are becoming the sign. You are the evidence in advance. You are the settled conclusion before the world confirms it. And because the subconscious does not question what you accept, now becomes the law it carries out. So let this be the declaration that seals the gateway. You are done asking if it's possible. You are done wondering if you're allowed. You are done checking the clock for proof, because time is not your master. Circumstances are not your ruler. Old stories are not your identity. From this moment forward, you are the one who receives. You are the one for whom it works. You are the one reality reorganizes itself around. Feel the simplicity of that, the cleanness, the finality. No struggle in it, no drama in it, just truth. And if the mind tries to drift into old questions, you don't punish it. You don't chase it. You simply return to the new premise like returning home. Again and again, gently, naturally, without effort. This is how a new reality begins, not with force, but with dominance. A dominant inner decision that becomes so normal in you that the old state feels irrelevant. And now, in this calm openness, you are ready for the next phase, the part where we let the new identity sink deeper, where we imprint the subconscious with the fulfilled version of you so completely that it starts to feel inevitable. You don't need to strain for it. You don't need to make it happen. You only need to allow what you've already chosen to become the atmosphere you live in. And as you remain here, steady, receptive, certain, you move naturally into the deeper reprogramming that follows, where the new you is no longer an idea, but a lived inner fact. You're already there now, not someday, not after you fix something, not after you prove you deserve it. Now, you simply open your inner eyes and you step into the life that is already yours, like walking through a familiar doorway in a home you've always lived in. You feel the shift first in your body. Your shoulders soften without effort. Your jaw loosens. Your breath deepens, not because you force it, but because there is nothing to brace for anymore. The old tension that used to live in your chest, quietly waiting for the next problem, has vanished, as if it was never part of you. You're in your space, and everything around you reflects ease. The air feels clean, calm, lightly scented like fresh linen, like a peaceful morning. The lighting is gentle. The room is warm in exactly the right way. You notice how natural it feels to live inside beauty and order, not perfection, just harmony. And then, like a film beginning with the perfect first shot, the scene widens. You see your phone in your hand. The screen lights up. There's a message. Simple. Direct. Good news. The kind of news that makes your heart lift before your mind even explains why. You read it once, then again, and the smile that forms on your face is effortless because this is your normal now. You feel it in your belly, that quiet, warm drop of relief. It's done. It worked out. It came through. The door opened. The answer arrived. And you don't scramble to celebrate because you don't need to convince yourself. You just breathe, and you let it be true. You stand, and as you move, you notice how you carry yourself now. There's a softness in your steps, and also a certainty. You don't walk like someone asking permission. You walk like someone who belongs. Like someone whose life supports them, like someone who is held. You move toward a mirror without thinking, and you catch your reflection. Look at you. Your eyes are clear. Your face is relaxed. There's a glow, subtle, real, coming from inside. Not the glow of trying, the glow of knowing, the glow of being safe in your own story. You don't just look successful. You look settled, and you feel love in your chest, not dramatic, not desperate love, as stability. Love as home. Now the scene changes smoothly, as if the universe is turning the page for you. You're walking into a place where you are recognized. It could be an office, a studio, a lobby, a cafe, wherever your life naturally unfolds. The doors open easily. Someone sees you, and their face brightens. They greet you with warmth that is specific, like they know who you are and what you represent. Hey, it's so good to see you. You hear your name spoken with respect. You hear a tone that says, "We trust you." You feel the difference in your nervous system. No scanning for danger. No wondering if you're enough. There's simply presence. You're shown something, an email, a document, an offer, a result. The numbers are there, the confirmation is there, the signature is there, the yes is there. You take it in, and it lands like something that was always meant to land. And then you notice the feeling underneath it all, ease, not ease as a temporary break, ease as identity. You feel your life moving in your favor, not because you force it to, but because you are aligned with it. Because this is the version of you who no longer argues with receiving. You nod. You smile. You say thank you with genuine calm. Your voice sounds steady. Your words don't rush. There's no urgency in you anymore because you are not chasing. You are living. And as the scene continues, there's a quiet moment that matters most. Not the applause, not the proof, just the simple fact that you feel free inside. You step outside. The air meets your skin. Maybe it's evening and the world is soft and golden. Maybe it's morning and everything feels clean and new. You smell the faint scent of rain on pavement or warm coffee nearby, or fresh air moving through trees. You hear ordinary sounds, distant traffic, a door closing, a small laugh, footsteps, and all of it feels like music because you're not surviving it. You're enjoying it. You check your schedule and you realize something. There is space. There is time. There is room to breathe. Your life is no longer packed with proving. It's filled with living. Now another scene arrives, intimate, warm, quietly powerful. You're with someone who loves you. Maybe it's a partner. Maybe it's a close friend. Maybe it's family. The details are perfect for you. You can see their face clearly, their eyes, their expression when they look at you, soft, proud, safe. They reach for you in a way that feels familiar. An arm around you, a hand in yours, a gentle touch on your back that says, "I'm here. You're here. We're good." And you realize you don't tense when love arrives anymore. You let it in. You let it stay. You hear them say something that lands right in your heart. "I'm so happy for you." Or "I knew it would happen." Or "You're different now. You're so calm." And your chest warms because it's true. You are calm. You are steady. You are not waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're living the answered life. You're not trying to be chosen. You are chosen. You're not trying to be secure. You are secure. You're not trying to be loved. You are loved. Now you notice the way your world responds to you. The little things. The synchronicities that used to feel like rare miracles now feel like how life works. The perfect timing. The right person reaching out at the right moment. The opportunity that fits you. The money that arrives smoothly. The conversation that opens a door without you forcing it. It's all so normal now that you almost laugh because the old version of you would have been shocked. But you simply nod like, of course, because you've accepted something deep in your subconscious reality follows you. Life mirrors you, and you have become the version of you who expects good. Let the scene become even more cinematic now. Imagine you are celebrating quietly, beautifully, not to show anyone, not to prove anything, just because it feels good to honor yourself. You're sitting at a table. There's something delicious in front of you. You taste it slowly. You savor it. The flavor is rich, comforting, satisfying. The glass beside you is cool when you touch it. The room is softly lit. There's a gentle hum of life around you. You are present. You are not checking your phone with anxiety. You are not wondering what's next. You are here. And you feel the simple truth settling deeper and deeper. You did it, not as a surprise, as an arrival. And the best part is, you didn't become someone else. You became more you. You became the you who no longer contradicts your own desires. You became the you who feels safe receiving them. Now let the camera of your imagination move in close, right to your heart. Feel the steady rhythm there. Feel how calm is living inside you now. Not numb, not blank. Calm as certainty. Calm as proof. Calm as the signature of a life that is done. And as you breathe, you let this be the most normal thing in the world. You are successful and it feels peaceful. You are loved and it feels steady. You are supported and it feels natural. You are fulfilled and it feels ordinary in the best way. You don't need to rehearse struggle anymore. So tonight you rehearse what is true. You rehearse your answered life. You rehearse being the version of you who wakes up already aligned. You rehearse the tone of your day's ease, love, certainty, quiet joy, and you let your subconscious record it like a memory that already happened, because in the deeper reality, it has, and now it's simply catching up. You let this fulfillment become simple, not something you have to hold tightly, not something you have to protect with constant thought. Just the way life feels now, like the most natural rhythm in the world. You imagine an ordinary day in your answered life, and the first thing you notice is how unremarkable peace can be in the best way. You wake up, and your mind is quiet, not blank, just settled. Your body feels rested, as if sleep actually restores you now. Your chest is open, your stomach is soft, your breath is slow without you trying. You roll over, and the air in the room feels gentle. The light is a little golden, spilling in like a quiet blessing. You can smell something faint, clean sheets, or a hint of morning air, or the soft warmth of coffee nearby. You hear small sounds that don't spike your nervous system anymore. A distant bird, a subtle hum, the world moving calmly, and you realize something you're not bracing for the day. You're meeting it. You stand up and your feet touch the floor, and even that feels different, like you belong where you are. You walk to where you keep your water and you take a sip slowly. You taste how fresh it is. You swallow, and it feels like your body is being cared for from the inside out. You look around your space and you notice little details that signal stability. Things are where they should be. The energy is clean. Your environment reflects you now, organized, supported, calm. Not because you obsess over it, because your inner world naturally arranges your outer world. You check your phone and there's no tightness in your throat, no dread, no compulsive scanning. You see what's there and you feel neutral or pleased. A kind message, a confirmation, a reminder of something you're looking forward to. Maybe money moved, maybe a plan is set, maybe someone reached out with warmth, and your mind responds with a quiet, almost casual certainty. Of course, this is how it goes for me. You get ready for the day and everything flows. You choose what to wear and it feels effortless. Like the version of you who has what you desire doesn't second guess every choice. You move in your home and your movements are unhurried. You don't feel chased by time anymore. Time supports you now. The day is spacious. Your life has room. And then you step into the world. Maybe you walk outside and the air kisses your skin. You notice the temperature. You notice the scent of the street, the faint sweetness of flowers, or warm sun on concrete, or cool breeze after rain. You hear the city or the neighborhood like background music, not a threat. You pass people and you feel open. You're not trying to read their faces for danger. You're not shrinking. You're not overperforming. You are simply yourself, and that self is safe. And the ordinary joys start showing up quietly, naturally, like they've always been there, and you're only now noticing them. A stranger smiles. A door opens at the perfect moment. You find what you need easily. The timing is clean. The path is clear. The small things line up not as a shocking miracle, but as a normal echo of your state. You stop somewhere, maybe a cafe, maybe a store, maybe a simple place you like, and the person behind the counter treats you with warmth that feels personal, even if you've never met. You hear a friendly tone. You feel welcomed. You feel like life is friendly. You taste something you enjoy. The first sip, the first bite, the simple satisfaction of being alive in a body that is no longer tense. You savor it without guilt. Pleasure doesn't feel unsafe anymore. It feels allowed, and as you continue through the day, success is present, but it's not loud, it's smooth. You open an email, and it's handled. You look at your finances, and the numbers make you exhale. You see your schedule, and it feels doable, even enjoyable. You have support. You have options. You have solutions. You're not alone with everything anymore. You notice how you speak now. When someone asks you something, you answer clearly. You don't apologize for existing. You don't over-explain. You don't diminish yourself to be easier to accept. You are already accepted. You are already secure. You are already chosen. And opportunities show up in ways that feel almost casual. A message arrives from someone you respect. A conversation turns into an invitation. A chance appears perfectly shaped for you without you forcing it. It's as if the universe is gently placing things into your hands and saying, "This is yours," and you receive it the way your future self receives everything, with calm certainty. You don't panic and think, "What if I lose it?" You don't squeeze it like it might vanish. You simply hold it grateful, steady, natural, because this is your normal now. And even love, real love, moves through your life with the same quiet normalcy. You think of someone you care about and they reach out, or you run into them, or you come home and they're there, and the energy between you is warm and safe. There's no games, no uncertainty, no proving, just presence. Maybe they look at you and you can feel it in their eyes. They see you. They value you. They are not confused about you. And you let yourself be seen. You let yourself be held. You let yourself be loved without waiting for it to disappear. Your nervous system is learning a new truth. Good can stay. Joy can last. Ease can be permanent. And the more you live this way, the more your subconscious stops questioning it. Fulfillment becomes unquestioned. Peace becomes default. Success becomes expected. Love becomes safe. You begin to notice that even when something small goes wrong, you don't collapse. You don't spiral. You don't make it mean anything about you. You adjust calmly, and life continues supporting you. Solutions show up. People help. Things work out. And you realize you have become unshakable. Not hard, not guarded. Unshakable because you know who you are. You know what is true. You know that your world conforms to your state. So you walk through your day like someone who is quietly aligned with miracles, without needing them to feel dramatic. Miracles feel like normal timing now. Miracles feel like everyday ease. Miracles feel like life cooperating with you. And as the day winds down, you return to yourself. You sit for a moment, maybe in your favorite chair, maybe in bed, and you feel the simplest satisfaction. The feeling of being okay, more than okay, safe, supported, chosen. And you let that ordinariness be holy, because this is how your answered life feels. Not constant fireworks, just constant alignment. And underneath it all, like a soft glow that never turns off, there is this quiet knowing. This is mine. This is done. This is normal. Now allow your awareness to settle even deeper beneath the scenes, beneath the details, into the feeling that has been holding everything together all along. There is a calm inside you now that doesn't come from convincing yourself. It isn't fragile. It isn't something you're trying to maintain. It's simply there, steady, grounded, unmistakably real. You notice it first in your breath. Each inhale arrives easily. Each exhale releases something old, something unnecessary. Your body understands this state. Your nervous system recognizes it as home, and in this calm there is certainty. Not loud certainty, not forced confidence. A quiet, immovable knowing. You feel it in your chest like a gentle weight anchoring you. The kind of weight that makes you feel present in your body, safe in your life, secure in your direction. This calm is certainty. It tells you without words that nothing is missing. You don't feel the urge to check, to plan, to anticipate problems. Your mind isn't searching for what could go wrong. It's resting, trusting, allowing. And as you stay here, you realize something profound. This feeling is the proof, not the external results, not the validation. This inner peace, this grounded joy, this emotional steadiness is the confirmation that it is done. You let yourself feel joy now, but not the kind that spikes and crashes. This is joy that spreads slowly through your body like warmth. It settles in your shoulders. It softens your face. It opens your heart. You feel gratitude rising not as effort, but as a natural response to being safe. You feel love not as longing, but as fullness. You feel peace not as escape, but as arrival. And you allow these emotions to lock themselves into your body, into your cells, into your subconscious. Every time you feel this calm, your subconscious understands this is who I am now. Every time you feel this ease, your mind learns this is what my life feels like. Every time you feel this quiet joy, reality takes notes. You don't need to repeat the old emotions anymore. You don't need to rehearse stress to stay alert. You don't need to worry to stay prepared. You are prepared by being aligned, and alignment feels like this: stillness without emptiness, peace without boredom, certainty without force. You may notice memories of old anxiety trying to surface, but they dissolve quickly like mist in sunlight. They don't belong here anymore. Your body doesn't respond to them the same way. Your system has updated. You are no longer living in anticipation. You are living in confirmation. And in this state, you understand something deeply. You are not waiting for evidence to feel safe. You feel safe and evidence follows. You are not waiting for permission to relax. Relaxation is the signal. This calm is certainty. This calm is power. This calm is the version of you that already knows how the story goes and rests because of it. Let this feeling deepen. Let it spread. Let it become familiar, because the more familiar it becomes, the more permanent it is, and you don't need to hold on to it. It holds you. You are allowed to rest here. You are allowed to trust this. You are allowed to let it be done. Now the voice inside you shifts gently, naturally into truth spoken as fact. Not wishing, not hoping, not asking, remembering. And from this place, gratitude rises on its own, steady and grounded like breath. I thank you because it is done. I feel the truth of that in my body as I say it, not as a statement I repeat, but as a recognition. Something has already settled. Something has already clicked into place. I am grateful because my life responds to me now. I am grateful because ease is no longer temporary. I am grateful because I wake up supported. Thank you because it is done. I no longer thank from longing. I thank from ownership. I thank from familiarity. I thank the way someone thanks the floor beneath their feet because it is already holding them. I am grateful for the way things work out without struggle. I am grateful for the calm that lives in my nervous system. I am grateful that my mind no longer searches for danger. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for the love that meets me where I am. I am grateful for the respect that surrounds me. I am grateful for the way money opportunities and support flow to me with ease. Not someday, now. I am grateful that I no longer doubt myself. I am grateful that I trust my life. I am grateful that I feel safe being seen. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for my body relaxing into this truth. I am grateful for my breath slowing naturally. I am grateful that my heart knows how this story ends. I am grateful because I no longer feel behind. I am grateful because I no longer feel rushed. I am grateful because I am exactly where I need to be. Thank you because it is done. I don't thank to make it happen. I thank because it already has. I am grateful for the quiet wins. I am grateful for the ordinary miracles. I am grateful for the way joy feels normal now. I am grateful that peace stays. I am grateful that good remains. I am grateful that ease does not disappear when I relax. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for who I have become. I am grateful for how gently I live now. I am grateful that my desires no longer feel distant. They feel remembered. They feel familiar. They feel mine. And as I rest in this gratitude, I feel the finality of it, not an ending, but a completion. A chapter closed because it no longer needs attention. This gratitude is not a request. It is confirmation. It is the echo of a reality already accepted by my subconscious. It is the calm after certainty, and I let it settle. Deeper and deeper. Now the voice inside you shifts gently, naturally into truth spoken as fact. Not wishing, not hoping, not asking, remembering. And from this place, gratitude rises on its own, steady and grounded like breath. I thank you because it is done. I feel the truth of that in my body as I say it. Not as a statement I repeat, but as a recognition. Something has already settled. Something has already clicked into place. I am grateful because my life responds to me now. I am grateful because ease is no longer temporary. I am grateful because I wake up supported. Thank you because it is done. I no longer thank from longing. I thank from ownership. I thank from familiarity. I thank the way someone thanks the floor beneath their feet, because it is already holding them. I am grateful for the way things work out without struggle. I am grateful for the calm that lives in my nervous system. I am grateful that my mind no longer searches for danger. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for the love that meets me where I am. I am grateful for the respect that surrounds me. I am grateful for the way money opportunities and support flow to me with ease, not someday, now. I am grateful that I no longer doubt myself. I am grateful that I trust my life. I am grateful that I feel safe being seen. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for my body relaxing into this truth. I am grateful for my breath slowing naturally. I am grateful that my heart knows how this story ends. I am grateful because I no longer feel behind. I am grateful because I no longer feel rushed. I am grateful because I am exactly where I need to be. Thank you because it is done. I don't think to make it happen. I think because it already has. I am grateful for the quiet wins. I am grateful for the ordinary miracles. I am grateful for the way joy feels normal now. I am grateful that peace stays. I am grateful that good remains. I am grateful that ease does not disappear when I relax. Thank you because it is done. I am grateful for who I have become. I am grateful for how gently I live now. I am grateful that my desires no longer feel distant. They feel remembered. They feel familiar. They feel mine. And as I rest in this gratitude, I feel the finality of it, not an ending, but a completion. A chapter closed because it no longer needs attention. This gratitude is not a request. It is confirmation. It is the echo of a reality already accepted by my subconscious. It is the calm after certainty, and I let it settle deeper and deeper. Now the identity begins to move, not through effort, not through discipline, but through instinct. The words form inside you as natural instructions your body already understands. I move as someone who expects miracles. I don't look for signs with desperation. I notice them with recognition. My steps are steady. My timing is clean. I arrive in the right places without forcing direction. I speak as someone whose voice matters. I listen as someone who is not afraid of silence. I decide as someone who trusts themselves. I move through the world without shrinking. I show up without bracing. I rest without guilt. I receive without questioning. I follow impulses that feel calm, not urgent. I say yes when it's aligned. I say no without explaining. My behavior matches my knowing. I take care of myself automatically. I protect my peace instinctively. I choose environments that reflect my worth. I move as someone whose life supports them. I respond, not react. I observe, not panic. I adjust, not collapse. I allow good to last. When something works out, I don't rush past it. I let it register. I let success settle in my nervous system as familiarity. When love appears, I don't test it. I receive it. I let it stay. When opportunity opens, I step forward calmly knowing I belong there. I move with expectation, not pressure. My presence signals safety. My energy signals confidence. My stillness signals certainty. People feel it when I enter a room. Not because I demand attention, but because I am anchored. I move as someone who trusts life. I take inspired action without overthinking. I follow through without self-sabotage. I pause when rest is needed. My behavior confirms my identity. I no longer contradict myself with doubt. I no longer delay what feels aligned. I no longer wait for permission. I expect things to work out, so I move accordingly. I walk, speak, choose, and rest as someone who already knows the ending. And the world responds in kind, because behavior is belief in motion, and mine is aligned now. Let this settle into your body. Let it become automatic. Now, without effort, you arrive at the quiet edge of completion. Nothing more needs to be added. Nothing needs to be repeated. You don't push this in. You allow it to settle. You feel a gentle internal signal, subtle but unmistakable, like a soft click, a closing of a circuit. Your subconscious recognizes the state you've been living in throughout this journey, and it accepts it as true. You don't announce it, you don't explain it, you don't test it, you simply know. You may notice a sense of finality, not an ending, but a seal. A feeling of this is taken care of. A calm satisfaction that spreads through your chest and down into your body. You don't need to think about who you are anymore. You are already being it. You don't need to monitor your thoughts. Your state is set. Your body understands. Your mind has softened. Your nervous system has recalibrated. You have crossed from imagining into embodying. And in this space, you are allowed to rest. You let go of effort. You let go of vigilance. You let go of the need to check. The work is complete. You are safe to relax into this identity, now knowing that what has been accepted within you will express itself without strain. There is nothing left to do tonight, only to let this truth remain untouched as you drift. You stay open. You stay gentle. You stay receptive. And as you settle into stillness, anticipation turns into trust, because you are no longer preparing for your life. You are living from it. Let yourself remain here, quiet, secure, done. And as this calm carries you forward, you move naturally toward rest, toward sleep, holding nothing, needing nothing, trusting everything. You can let the picture go now. Not the knowing, not the certainty, just the picture, because the picture was never the power. The power was always the quiet feeling underneath it, the settled calm, the inner, of course, the soft yes that doesn't need to argue with anything. So you release the image the way you'd release a balloon into the night sky, not because you don't want it, but because you don't need to hold it to keep it true. You don't hold it, it holds you. Let that land gently. You don't grip, you don't chase. You don't strain your mind into a tighter and tighter fist. You simply remember the moment it became real within you, it became real. The moment you accepted it as yours, it was yours. And now you can rest. So if your mind tries to replay details, faces, scenes, conversations, numbers, dates, you can smile softly, like you're watching a child play, and you can say, "Thank you," and now you can go. "Thank you. I don't need to repeat you. Thank you. I already received what I came for." And you let the scene dissolve, not by pushing it away, not by fighting it, not by forcing it to stop, but by loosening your attention, like opening your hand. The image fades the way a reflection fades when the water becomes still. And the stillness remains because the stillness is the signal. The stillness is the ownership. The stillness is the knowing that doesn't require pictures to prove itself. You don't need to rehearse the wish like a prayer you fear won't be heard. You've already been heard by the deepest part of you. You've already impressed it. And now the most powerful thing you can do is stop trying. There is nothing left to convince. There is only something to allow. So you allow the body to become heavy. You allow the forehead to smooth. You allow the tongue to rest in the mouth. You allow the eyes to soften behind their lids. And you keep the feeling, keep the frequency, the feeling that it's done, the feeling that you are safe, the feeling that you are already the one who lives in that reality. If the mind asks, "But how will it happen?" you don't answer, because how is not your job tonight. If the mind asks, "When will it happen?" you don't answer, because when is not your work tonight. Your work is simpler. Your work is quieter. Your work is to remain the person for whom it is natural. So let the images go the way you let go of a ticket after you've entered the theater. The ticket was never the movie. It was just the entry. And you've entered. You're already inside the state. You don't need to keep staring at the door to prove you walked through it. You don't need to keep turning the handle in your imagination. You're in. So you lean back into it, into that gentle inner conclusion. It's mine. It's handled. It's arranged. It's moving. Let the words be simple, almost lazy. And if the mind tries to tighten again, if it tries to grab a new picture, or fix a detail, or correct the scene, you return to the same soft instruction. Release the image. Keep the knowing, because the knowing is clean. The knowing is weightless. The knowing doesn't require effort. Knowing is not a muscle. It is a home, and you are coming home now. There is a difference between thinking and being. Thinking runs. Being rests. Thinking asks. Being answers without words. So tonight you stop asking. You stop scanning reality for proof like a nervous hand patting pockets. You stop checking. You stop peeking. You stop measuring your progress, because you don't measure what you already own. You don't keep checking the sunrise to make sure the morning is coming. You don't keep shouting at the tide to make sure it returns. And you don't keep gripping your desire to make sure it stays yours. It's yours. So you loosen. And as you loosen, you may notice something beautiful. The moment you stop squeezing, the feeling becomes larger, wider, softer, more complete, because the state was never sustained by tension. It was sustained by acceptance. You don't hold it. It holds you. Let that become your lullaby. If thoughts drift in random thoughts, old memories, unfinished conversations, they can drift. They are just clouds. You don't have to chase them out of the sky. You simply remain the sky. And deep underneath those passing clouds, the atmosphere is already changed. The inner weather is different now. You are no longer trying to become. You are. So you can stop constructing the scene and simply carry the atmosphere of it. Carry the calm certainty. Carry the quiet gratitude. Carry the warm relief. Relief is a powerful sign. Relief means the inner work is complete. Relief means the subconscious has accepted the new instruction, and you can feel it now in the way your body wants to sink, in the way your shoulders want to drop, in the way your breath wants to become quiet, all on its own. You don't direct it, you don't manage it, you let it happen. Tonight you let it happen. The old habit may try to sneak in the habit of effort, the habit of overdoing, the habit of just one more time. But you don't need one more time. One more time is fear disguised as diligence. And you are not feeding fear tonight. You are feeding certainty. So you can say very simply within yourself, it's done, and then you stop. You let that sentence be the final stone placed in the foundation. You don't keep stacking. You don't keep rearranging. The foundation is set, and now you rest on it. If you notice a desire to check your phone tomorrow, or search for signs or replay conversations, you can already decide now, gently, calmly, that you won't chase, because attraction without pursuit is your new way. But for this moment, you don't even need to think about tomorrow. You just need to feel tonight. And tonight feels like peace. Tonight feels like I don't have to. Tonight feels like I already am. So let the image float away farther, higher, smaller, until it becomes a speck of light. And then even the speck dissolves into the dark velvet of the sky. And what remains is not emptiness. What remains is fullness. The full certainty that the unseen is already working. The full certainty that the arrangement is already in motion. The full certainty that the state you entered is stable, even when you stop looking at it. You don't hold it, it holds you. And because it holds you, you can stop gripping. You can soften the brow, soften the jaw, soften the belly, soften the hands. And with every softening, the knowing becomes quieter and deeper, like a warm current under still water. No effort, no strain, just presence. The wish fulfilled isn't something you perform. It's something you accept. And acceptance feels like this: a gentle finality, a quiet yes, a calm, steady inner already. So you let the scene go completely now. Not because you're losing it, but because you're beyond needing it. You don't hold it, it holds you, and you let that be enough. If you're ready, say without moving your lips, without force, just as a soft inner whisper, I know, and then let the words fade. Let everything fade, except the feeling of being held, the feeling of being carried by what is already yours, the feeling of certainty that doesn't need a picture to survive. And you rest there, quietly, easily, safely, as if the universe itself has a hand beneath your back supporting you without question. And you don't need to do anything at all. Just keep the knowing and let the image go. We don't have to chase what already knows our name. We don't have to pursue what is already moving toward us, guided by the same unseen order that guides the seasons, the tides, the turning of the sky. Because the moment we became the one who has it, we broadcast it, not with effort, not with force, but with identity. A signal doesn't beg the receiver to appear. A lighthouse doesn't swim out to meet the ships. It stands. It shines. And what is meant to arrive, arrives. So we stand in that inner place now. We shine from within. We can feel the coherence of it, like all the scattered pieces of our energy have come home. Like every part of us is now speaking the same language. Like there is no inner argument, no inner debate, no tug of war between wanting and doubting. Just one message, one tone, one frequency. This is who we are now, And because this is who we are now, everything that matches us can find us without struggle. We don't hunt. We don't plead. We don't chase shadows. We become the reality. And the reality gathers around us. There is a quiet physics to this. Not the loud kind we study in books, but the intimate kind we feel in our bones. When our inner world stabilizes, the outer world rearranges. When our state becomes consistent, life becomes responsive, and we don't need to control the bridge between the two. We don't need to micromanage the unfolding. We simply remain coherent. We remain the same inside even when the outside is still catching up, because the outside is always the echo. The inside is the voice, and tonight, the voice is clear. We can imagine our desire like a note sung into a vast, intelligent space, and the space answers not with words, but with movement, with reorganization, with invisible lines connecting people, timing opportunity circumstance. We don't have to see the lines for them to exist. We don't have to understand the pathways for them to open. We only have to stay in the state. That's what coherence is, the refusal to split into two versions of ourselves, one version that believes and one that panics, one version that claims it and one that checks for proof. We choose one. We choose the one who knows. And as we choose that version, something settles. The mind becomes quieter. The body becomes heavier. The heart becomes less interested in chasing and more interested in receiving, because receiving is the natural posture of certainty. We receive without begging. We receive without chasing. We receive without proving. We receive because it's ours, and that it's ours feeling becomes the broadcast. It's like we've tuned a radio dial to a station that is already playing the song we want, and all we have to do is stop twisting the dial back and forth, stop testing, stop doubting, stop leaving the station and coming back. We stay. We stay with the calm. We stay with the relief. We stay with the inner conclusion. And in staying, the signal strengthens, not because we force it, but because we stop interrupting it. We don't throw our desire into the sky like a desperate prayer. We place it into the field like a seed into soil, and we trust the intelligence of the soil. We don't dig it up every hour to see if it's growing. We don't poke at it with nervous fingers. We let it root, and the rooting happens when we stop pursuing and start inhabiting. So tonight we inhabit. We let ourselves be the one for whom it is normal. We let ourselves be the one for whom it is already true. We let ourselves be the one who doesn't need to chase because being is enough. We are already aligned. And because we are aligned, we are attractive, not in a superficial way, but in a resonant way. Everything that matches our state begins to drift toward us. People, ideas, openings, timing, solutions, paths we could not have forced even if we tried. Attraction without pursuit. That is what happens when the signal is steady. A steady signal doesn't shout. It doesn't plead. It doesn't repeat itself in panic. It simply is. And we can feel that steadiness now, like a soft, unwavering hum beneath the mind. A hum that says, it's moving, it's coming, it's done. We are not waiting in anxiety. We are resting in certainty. We are not staring at the clock. We are trusting the law, because the law is simple. What we are being is what we are calling. And tonight we are being fulfilled. We are being chosen. We are being provided for. We are being supported. We are being loved. We are being successful. We are being secure, not as a future hope, as a present identity. The world responds to identity, so we don't chase the world. We become the identity and the world responds. This is the quiet power, and it is already happening in ways we can't measure yet, in ways we don't need to see yet. Somewhere a door is turning on its hinge. Somewhere a thought is landing in someone's mind. Somewhere a timing is aligning itself like gears clicking into place. Not because we forced it, because we matched it. We matched the frequency. And when we match it, it finds us the way a magnet finds its other half. Effort is not required for magnetism, only alignment. So we stay aligned. We stay gentle. We let our inner world be quiet and certain, like a candle that doesn't flicker in a draft. We don't create drafts tonight. We don't invite turbulence with overthinking. We choose stillness. We choose coherence. We choose the steady broadcast. And the broadcast is simple. This is mine. This is natural. This is already in motion. This is already done. We don't need to know the steps. We don't need to know the route. We don't need to know who says what, when, or how. We only need to remain the one who has it. And as we remain, we can feel the field respond, not as a dramatic flash, but as a deepening quiet. A quiet that feels like trust. A quiet that feels like safety. Because chasing is what we do when we don't trust. And we trust now. We trust the unseen coordination. We trust the rearrangement. We trust the intelligence that moves pieces without strain. We trust because we have entered the state. And the state is the cause. So we let ourselves rest inside this. We let the signal keep broadcasting while we sleep. We let the field keep organizing while we soften. We let our desire come to us without pursuit because it is already on its way drawn by the most natural law there is, resonance. We are resonance. We are coherence. We are the steady light. And what is meant for this light is already finding its way home. As the night deepens, we naturally become more open, not because we try to be, but because the day loosens its grip. The outer world grows quieter, and with it, the inner defenses soften. The part of us that negotiates, argues, resists, and analyzes begins to rest, and something gentler takes the lead. We enter a window where effort fades and receptivity increases. This is why night listening works. It isn't magic. It isn't force. It's permission. When the lights are low and the body is still, the mind stops guarding the gates so tightly. The filters relax. The noise thins, and in that quiet, suggestion can pass through without resistance. We don't need to convince ourselves. We don't need to override anything. We simply allow ideas to land. At night, the imagination becomes softer and more vivid at the same time. Less defended, more receptive, like warm wax instead of cold stone. During the day, the conscious mind wants to evaluate everything. Is this logical? Is this safe? Does this make sense based on the past? But at night, that gatekeeper grows sleepy, and when it sleeps, the deeper mind listens. This is the part of us that doesn't argue with possibility. It doesn't demand proof. It doesn't replay old evidence. It accepts impressions the way soil accepts seeds. We can feel it now, the sense of inward turning. The way attention drifts from the outer edges of the world toward the center. Thoughts slow, reactions soften. Time becomes less important. And in this state, suggestion doesn't feel like effort. It feels like agreement, not something we force ourselves to believe, but something we recognize as true. We might imagine this inner space as a quiet chamber behind the eyes, not as a physical place to analyze, but as a poetic doorway, a place where images are no longer needed and feelings speak more clearly than words. Here, identity settles without struggle. We don't argue ourselves into change here. We sink into it. That's why night is so powerful, because resistance is a daytime habit. At night, the mind stops protecting old patterns so fiercely. It stops defending the familiar. It becomes willing to rest inside something new, and that willingness is everything. When resistance drops, the new state doesn't have to fight its way in. It simply replaces what was there, like silence replacing noise when a room empties. We don't feel the switch flip. We just notice the quiet, and the quiet is fertile. This is when the inner vision becomes more impressionable, not because we're weak, but because we're relaxed. Relaxation is openness, and openness allows new assumptions to settle deeper. We don't need to repeat them loudly. We don't need to chant. The mind absorbs them naturally the way a sleeping child absorbs the tone of a lullaby. Meaning isn't in the words alone. It's in the feeling beneath them. And right now the feeling is calm acceptance. That's the doorway. When we rest, the subconscious listens. When we soften, the deeper self receives. This is why we don't force images now. Why we don't push affirmations. We let them drift. Because drifting is how they land. We are not programming with tension. We are imprinting with ease. And ease goes deep. The quieter the mind becomes, the more naturally the new identity settles. Not as a thought, but as a knowing. Not as a wish, but as a fact. We don't feel the moment it happens. We don't hear a click. We just wake up different. That's the elegance of night work. It bypasses struggle. It slips beneath effort. And it leaves behind a quiet certainty that doesn't need maintenance. So as we continue to soften, as the body grows heavier and the mind less interested in commentary, we trust this process completely. Nothing needs to be forced now. The door is open. The resistance is low, and what we've already accepted is settling deeper, effortlessly, naturally, in the way only night allows. I know, without checking. I know without proof. I know without waiting for the world to explain itself to me. I am no longer hoping. I am no longer preparing. I am no longer becoming. I am. What I accepted within me is established. What I claimed is true is now law. It is law now, not because I repeat it, not because I defend it, but because I inhabit it. I do not need reinforcement. I do not need reminders. I do not need signs to calm my certainty. Certainty is my state. I am the one for whom this is natural. I am the one for whom this unfolds easily. I am the one for whom things align without struggle. I no longer argue with reality. Reality rearranges itself around me. I do not wait to feel secure. I am secure. I do not wait to feel chosen. I am chosen. I do not wait to feel supported. I am supported. I do not wait to feel successful. I am successful. I do not wait to feel free. I am free. This is not a belief I hold. This is a position I occupy. I have crossed the threshold. There is no going back to the old inner posture. I do not oscillate. I do not waver. I do not split into doubt and hope. I stand in one place. I stand as the cause. Everything else responds. I do not chase confirmation. Confirmation follows alignment. I do not manage outcomes. Outcomes organize themselves. I do not ask if. I do not ask when. Those questions belong to a version of me that no longer exists. I am past the point of wondering. The decision is complete. The assumption is sealed. It is law now. I trust what I have impressed. I trust what I have accepted. I trust what I have allowed to become me. I do not interfere with it. I do not test it. I let it move. I let it express itself in form and timing and circumstance and detail without my supervision. I am not responsible for the unfolding. I am responsible only for remaining who I am, and who I am is settled. I do not rehearse the past. I do not brace for disappointment. Those habits no longer belong to me. I am the version of myself for whom things work. I am the version of myself for whom life responds. I am the version of myself who expects alignment and therefore receives it. I am not surprised by ease. I am not suspicious of success. I accept it as normal. This identity is stable. It does not flicker with mood. It does not collapse under silence. Even in stillness it remains. Even in sleep it remains. Even when I'm not thinking about it, it remains. Because it is no longer an idea. It is me. I have moved from effort to embodiment, from wanting to having, from seeking to being. There is nothing left to prove. The subconscious has accepted the instruction. The instruction has become fact. It is law now. I do not revisit the decision. I do not renegotiate with doubt. Doubt no longer has authority here. I am calm because I am certain. I am quiet because I am done. I trust the unseen movement. I trust the unseen coordination. I trust the intelligence that responds to who I am. I rest inside this trust. I let this certainty hold me. I do not need to speak it loudly. I do not need to repeat it anxiously. It stands on its own. Just like gravity stands on its own. Just like night follows day. Just like what is mine finds me. I am aligned. I am coherent. I am established. And what is established does not need maintenance. It simply is. It is law now. And I am at peace with that, completely. You don't have to do anything now. There is nothing to remember, nothing to repeat, nothing to hold in place. What needed to settle has already settled. So you let yourself drift. The body knows how to sleep. It has done this thousands of times before. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to assist it. You simply allow the weight to increase, as if gravity has become a little kinder, a little stronger, pulling you down into rest. The surface beneath you feels more supportive now, as if it's meeting you halfway, as if it's glad you're finally letting go. Your muscles don't need instructions. They release on their own. The small ones first, around the eyes, around the mouth, around the temples. Then the larger ones follow. The neck, the shoulders, the arms. Everything loosens in its own time. You don't rush it. The mind grows less interested in forming sentences. Thoughts stretch out, slow down, lose their edges. They no longer need to make sense. If a thought appears, it drifts. If an image appears, it fades. Nothing sticks long enough to matter. You don't engage, you don't respond, you simply sink. It feels like floating downward, like being gently lowered into warm water, where the body is fully supported, and there is no effort required to stay afloat. The deeper you go, the quieter it becomes. Sounds soften, awareness narrows. The outer world feels far away now, like it's happening in another room or another life, and that distance feels safe. Here there is no urgency, no responsibility, no need to monitor anything. You are allowed to disappear for a while. Sleep is not something you fall into. It's something you're carried into, and you can feel that carrying now. The mind releases its grip on time. Minutes don't matter. Tomorrow doesn't matter. Only the slow descent. Your sense of self becomes simpler, less defined, less outlined. Not gone, just quieter. Like a light dimming, not switching off. The certainty you establish doesn't leave. It doesn't need to stay loud to remain true. It rests with you, beneath the surface, stable and intact. Even as thoughts thin, even as awareness softens, that identity remains. You don't have to protect it. Sleep doesn't erase it. Sleep integrates it. Every layer of rest allows it to settle deeper, like sediment falling gently to the bottom of clear water. No disturbance, no effort, just settling. Your breathing becomes so subtle, you almost stop noticing it. Not because it stops, but because it no longer asks for attention. The body breathes itself now, and with each quiet cycle, you sink a little further into comfort, into safety, into stillness. If there's any last impulse to think, to plan, to check, it passes. It doesn't hook you. You're too relaxed to follow it. You choose rest without choosing. Sleep approaches like a soft fog, not something that rushes in, but something that slowly fills the space until edges blur, until thoughts dissolve, until awareness becomes hazy and warm. There is no moment you need to witness. You don't have to notice yourself falling asleep. You simply do. And as you drift, everything you accepted remains intact. Your identity doesn't flicker. Your certainty doesn't loosen. It rests with you, quiet, unmoving, secure. You are safe here. Nothing is required of you. Nothing is expected of you. You can let go completely. Let the darkness deepen. Let the mind empty. Let the body surrender. Sleep takes you now, gently, naturally, inevitably, and you go with it, without effort, without resistance, without a single thought to carry with you, just drifting lower, slower, softer, until there is no awareness left to guide, only rest, only sleep. And as you rest there, suspended between waking and sleep, nothing asks anything of you. There is no effort left, no intention to hold, no thought to finish, just a soft awareness, thinning, fading. And if this quiet has helped you tonight, if this stillness has brought you ease, you may subscribe, so we can meet here again, another night, and share this calm with someone who needs to rest and rewire. Tonight, no rush, no pressure, just a gentle invitation floating past like a whisper in the dark. You don't need to respond now. Sleep is more important. The words drift away. The sound dissolves. The space grows wider. Long pauses now. Longer than thoughts. Longer than memory. Everything slows. Everything softens. You are held completely without needing to know how, and the night closes around you. Kindly, quietly. Nothing more to hear. Nothing more to do. Just sleep. Deep. Easy, safe,